Welcome to the DNC Real Estate Show. I'm C.
I'm D.
Hey, and today we want to talk about 1031 exchange. David, give us a little bit of information on the real estate side, some important things to take in mind and consideration when you're doing a 1031 exchange. What is a 1031 exchange?
Well, is changing investment property that you have for other investment property.
Okay.
So it's not, never should you ever use primary residence, or it won't happen.
Okay.
So you ask, why do I need a 1031 exchange? So when I'm selling one investment property, I'm getting another investment property. I'm using that money and putting in the other one so I get kind of defer my taxes per se.
Sure. Okay.
And we're going to talk about at the end what's the best way to handle that at the end, so the best way to get you some money at the end. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
So
okay.
let's start with the questions.
Sure, let's talk about like property for like property, because I've sold 2 investment properties. I didn't reinvest either one and ended up paying taxes on both.
Well, the main thing that it has to be real property for real property. Okay. Per se. You can't have real property for personal property. And they used to do in some form back in the day, you can have some personalized. No more personal property, real property for real property. That includes land. So I can sell my house and purchase some land in Florida and build on it, whatever.
Okay.
So that's kind of where that comes from.
Okay. What about the 45-day period? What is that?
Okay. I'm selling my investment property. Okay. I have 45 days to identify. That's where the identification comes. Okay. Identify the property or properties. You got I think you got several properties that you can identify. So I believe it's up to 3 part of the tax code.
Oh, wow.
But you have up to 3, I think that's the number, but you have up to 3 properties that you can use your sale of the property to get this one. But you have 45 days. They go to the 46th day, boom, it ends. Okay?
So I have 45 days to go under contract on new properties to take that profit that I have and invest it in.
Right. You can identify, you just want to go under contract and you want to identify the 3 properties that you buy.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And you want to be under contract with those 3 properties also too.
Okay.
By that search. So if you're under contract with the 2 properties, you can do that, but say that money is, you're not deferring some of that money and some of it has to be cash. Now, that part that extra money there that's not reallocated. Okay. If it's not put into the other place, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Okay.
So how much time do you actually have to close on that property once you go under contract?
180 days.
Okay.
6 months.
So you got 6 months to actually
close. You got
close.
6 months. You should be able to find a property in 6 months.
Okay.
You would think so. A good investment property within 6 months. So you sell your property. You got 45 days to go on the contract, and you have 180 days to close on those properties. Okay. One property or several properties. That's how many days that you have.
That makes sense. Okay. So now, an independent third party, is that any different than just using a regular title company?
Well, the seller, once he sells the property, he can't touch it. He can't touch his money. Okay. An independent third party, they call them an intermediary. Okay. Or a change partner. They have several words for it, but you have to give that money to them. You cannot touch that money. Part of the IRS code per se. Okay. They have some.
Probably why I pay taxes on both of them. Give my money to nobody.
I think they might have one exception if it's, one here, the same amount. But I'm not even going to go into that. They have one exception, but I'm not going to even go to that portion of it. But yes, you have to have an intermediary that works. And they work with the IRS and they hold the money, so you don't touch it. You cannot touch it at all. Okay. Okay. Once the sale of the property.
So it's a third party that's different. So now, how is the title company involved in this?
Well, the title company, look at it like this: when you sell your house, it's in my name and my wife's name. When I go to get the other property, it has to be in my name and my wife's name.
Gotcha.
I cannot add my wife on the second house. Okay. If you want to add your wife, this is just kind of the inside thing. You need to do it do a quick claim prior to your sale of your first house.
Gotcha.
You get, so if I got an LLC on this property, I need to have an LLC on the same property.
Okay.
So they have to be.
So the vested interest has to be the same.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And doing a 1031 exchange, what is the ultimate goal? What are you trying to accomplish when you do this 1031
Well,
exchange?
one of the things that you also too, if you want 100% deferment of your money,
Okay.
it has, when you sell it has to be equal or more
Okay.
per person. So you can go above that amount, what you sell it for, but it has to be equal or greater. For instance, I sell a house for $500,000,
Okay.
but I got some expenses. I got commission. I got all that other stuff. You know,
Yes,
you
sir.
flip,
Yes, sir.
flip. You have to pay that. Say the commission is $450,000. You spend commission, expenses, and the $50,000 in between. So you could actually find a place for $450,000 and above. It don't have to be at that $500,000.
Gotcha. So you can take your expenses out of that.
Exactly.
Out of the cost.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Mhm.
That makes sense. Anything you can think of that we missed?
Well, the ultimate goal, to be honest with you, when you have an investment property, kind of the rule, it's not for flippers at all. You don't get a property to sell a property. That's not what it was meant for.
Okay.
Okay. It's totally against that on the 1031 exchange. It's for, if I have an investment, the ultimate goal is I want my money back, right?
Right.
I want to
Yeah.
get all the much money. I want to tax defer it, and then the ultimate thing is, okay, you got to be married.
Okay.
That's a little tricky part.
I'm
They
married.
tell you at the end. So here's I want to move in one of my investment properties. This is what I'll tell you. I want to move in one of my investment property. It has to be invested for at least 5 years.
Wow.
5 years. So 5 years. Got to be investment property for at least 5 years.
Okay.
Okay. Next thing, got to be married.
Okay.
Okay. So married, invest for 5 years. Okay. Guess what? You got to stay in the property for 2 years.
Wow.
Make it your primary residence.
Okay.
If you make it staying there the last 2 years or more, 2 years or more, you're staying in there the last 2 years or more. Guess what? I can get exempt up to $500,000.
So then
And
it's
all
just
that money can come back to me.
It's just considered as your primary residence.
Absolutely.
Up to 500,000, and then you don't have to pay tax.
That's the ultimate goal.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That makes sense.
You got anything?
You know, on my side, on the mortgage side, if you want to avoid all this complication, just call me and I'll get you a new mortgage.
Oh, you crazy boy. Why don't you give me your information?
Hey, reach out to me, Calvin Mallard at Fairway Independent Mortgage. Direct is 720-364-9726. You can apply online at loansbycalvin.com. Google me on Google and also on Facebook at Loans by Calvin. How about you, David? How can everybody get a hold of you?
David Babineau, Caldwell Banker, Residential Brokers. Phone number is 303-903-0395. Once again, 303-903-0395. You can go to my website, mynewhomeincolorado.com, or hit me up in social media, The Real Estate Man 24/7. Have a blessed day, everyone.
Have a great day, everybody. Be safe out there.
Bye-bye.